Hi, I am Rishikesh Karali. Today I will be discuss about one project, my one project, uh, my budget planner. Uh, I will be in a project budgeted 2000. I will be display remaining and spent so far budget. So in expenses, I will be shopping, holiday and car services. It will be add uh, add adding all types of budget in this, and I will be also deleted the budget. I will be add name of the budget. I will be adding I will be car traveling money. I will be add 500. So it will be save. It will be add in the list, and it will be remaining budget will be minus, and spent budget will be addition of I will be spent in spend budget so far. Okay, I will be let explain about in code. I will be created this website or app website. So first of all, I will be creating a budget planner, budget component. In a budget component, I'll be creating a remaining component and expense total, remaining and expense. I'll be created one function cost, use context and spend budget so far. Okay. Now we have created our component. We needed a render, then app.js. I will be rendering app.js in my planner. I will be budget. It will be budget. It will be import, and this is budget. Okay. Uh, this is my app.js. So it will be in. I will be in CSS. I will be use a bootstrap, and also React icon. Will give me this type of icons and all, and this type of CSS user in Bootstrap. Okay, how to uh, how to create a expense list. This expense list. So in expense list, in expense list, I'll be use context and app context, also context. So context you use context. So expense context, use context and app context. So in expense item app context, I'll be creating one context for use reducer and create context. So I will created one context, and it is a need budget should be a static budget, static in the dynamic, no, not static should be in case item add some item, I will be create a new state, and it will push id 15, name of an action payload, and name const is percent action payload and return a new state. And in case I will be delete some in a budget, so it will be new state, and it will create a new state expense. In expense, I will be new state expense of filter. I will be filter use, and in action payload it will be deleted. So that's it. And app provider, I will be create a state in use reducer, and state will be dispatch and initial state. So that's app context. Adding a dummy list in app context. I will be adding dummy list. So for each expense, we need ID, name, and cost. Later, we'll take a list from context. Okay. Creating a list. I'll be creating a list using map function. Iterate over expense and displaying expense item component. We have created is passing the ID and cost expense in as a props. I will be passing a ID and cost expense as a props in expense. How to create expense item. So in expense item created item list one item list. So it is fine. One item L item. So item list and rendering the name of the expense which we get from props in context API app context. So expense item and rendering. Okay, we are displaying a declaration which we get from uh, React icon in line number 2 will be declared and it will be a React icon ti delete is the React icon and add expense and I will be creating add expense uh, I, this type of UI in add expense in add expense we are adding some our component will linearly complete. In add expense, I will be adding so much budget and deleted. So, and I will be adding export form. In this type, I will add a name, required name, and input for the cost. So I'll be adding two types input and it will be a one button called save. It will be a save the value in expense list. So created one app provider in app context. The provider is a component that provides the component which want to pass a state to we use conjunction with the use reducer hook actually is global state. Then creating a function with accepting a current state and creating a function action in one action state and action. We use a switch base on action type to this decide how update the state how we update the state I will using switch base for now since just getting things set up we are going return default state and action later we are adding action later. Now we can pulling the global state values of our components. We start with the budget. So jump into the budget.js. So in this will we jump on the budget.js uh, adding a new and dispatching action. So we can create a context also. Importing app context, use context as usual, getting dispatch from our global state, creating a expense object. I'll be creating expense object in this, creating expense object, connecting the name and cost, the name and cost. This what get dispatch and payload and what payload and payload and what will be used update the state. We are also using a UUID package we imported earlier, create an ID. This is use identify given expense. We are dispatching an action type and our payload. The type tells reducer how to update the state. Type state to reducer how to update the state, which will be okay. We update